Hi all, welcome to session 8 of your MOVE program. Today I'm going to run through and do the session with you. If you want to do any more rounds of anything, you can just pause me and carry on and then press play again. But hopefully there's enough going on here. It's going to take about 40 minutes. We've got a warm-up, and then we've got, in our strength piece, we've got 3 complexes in the MOVE program. So we do 2 exercises, do that for 2 or 3 rounds, another 2 exercises, do it for 2 or 3 rounds, and then the third complex, the same thing, you're doing it 2 or 3 rounds. Then we do our conditioning, and then we've built in a bit of a cool down as well. Okay, we're going to get started. So we're starting with side bends. In terms of equipment, you don't really need anything, but if you have got a dowel rod or a brush or a band for doing some overhead work, that would be great. And of course, you can apply weights. If you've got weights at home, you can apply them to lots of these different moves. So we're going to start with side bends. So just 8 to 10 on each side. 1, 2, 3. Good. We're going to keep the spine or the pelvis even nice and neutral through this movement. And you're going to find that as you go down, reps 8, 9, and we can go a little bit deeper, and 10. And then the other side. So for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I never mentioned music. If you do want to get some music, it would be great to have someone, especially for your conditioning pieces and your complex pieces. So press pause on me and go get yourself some music and then come back. Trunk rotations. We're just going to rotate the upper body, looking behind, feeling like, oh, there might be some cracking going on there. Looking at a spot behind you and seeing if you look maybe a little bit further every time. And just letting the whole body come with you on this one. Good, we're going to do 8 to 9. If you start to get dizzy, maybe leave your head facing forward. Or you can even do one side and then the other side. Depends on you. Inchworms. The one we know and love. You don't need a mat. There's one here just for me to know where I need to stand. But for inchworms, we're going to go nice and wide to begin with. If you have to, some of us have got great flexibility, we can go feet together. The main thing you need to remember is those hands need to hit the ground and be on the ground at the beginning of that movement. And at the end of this movement, it makes the movement 10 times easier. 8 to 10 reps. If 8 to 10 reps is a lot for you in this position, which it can be for people to take all your body weight through your hands, walking in and out, it's quite a complex movement. So take the reps down and make that work for you. 4. Good. Squeeze your bottom here, get the external rotation through the hips. When you squeeze your bottom, open up the front of the hips, especially here. Nice opportunity to start activating all of your muscles through the core. Good. I'm going to do 2 more. Awesome. Okay, next one is a single leg bridge. There's a load of different ways we can do bridge, but the one that we want is this specific one because it'll help us measure our stability and how strong our core is. So the first thing we need to do is take a nice deep inhale, belly breath, and press our lower back into the floor. From here, we're going to come up into a glute raise, and we're going to stay here with hips up. Okay, so this is my strongest position. I've got 2 feet on the ground, and I'm nice and locked out. And then from here, I'm extending the leg, keeping my thighs in line. So we're going to carry on now. 6 to 8 reps ideally, but you'll find that some people might even be falling out of this, the hip starts to fall. So that's your cue to pause there, maybe do a couple of two-footed two-footed reps, just to build up enough strength to be able to hold this position when you're doing single leg. Okay, so what I mean is, ideally, we need to be able to do 6 to 8. If we find that our hips are falling and we're not coping with the movement, put your 2 feet on the ground, rest of you can carry on, and we can just do our double reps. Okay, I'm just going to finish out my single reps, and it's a really good way to tell if you've got an imbalance on one side or the other. The reason my hands are up is I don't want to end up pressing through the floor if I find this difficult. Okay, cat-cow. So from here, let's use this as an opportunity to work on our breathing here. So we breathe in here, everything is relaxed, push towards the floor, and then we drive up. There's a lot of mid-lower back work today. So stretching out your back, feeling kind of your back will be achy, which we need, if you've got lower back pain, it's starting to distinguish between what achiness is and what pain is. Because we need to train it, right? We need to train our back to be strong, because that's probably one of the, well, it is part of our core. So we're back to the beginning here. We're going to do our side bends, 8 to 10 reps. So one of the movements today is going to be the Australian pull-up. So if you, I think they came up in session 2, maybe 1 or 2. So you kind of need a sturdy table or something you can pull your weight up. If you haven't got one, like a TRX band would be amazing. And if you're continuing with this program and training at home, having a TRX band might be really handy. So one of those yellow bands, one of those yellow TRXs, you can just attach them to any door, and then you get tons of stuff we can do with that. Okay, and you're into your trunk rotations. So I'm just going to stay going on one side just because I got a little bit dizzy the last time. Okay, and our inchworms. So we're going to go from remembering heels stay down, bum stays high, palms towards the floor. And we walk that out, and we walk it back in. Good, I'm on number 5. So again, just make these reps work for you. If you've done loads of these, 8 to 10 shouldn't be a problem. But if you struggle with taking a weight through your arms, then just take the reps down and just do them with a really good technique. Okay, I'm going to come on the last 2. One more. Nice. Okay, we're into our single leg bridges. So again, I want to be really fussy around technique here, because it does help us measure the strength of our whole midline, including our bum. So I'm going to breathe. Take a belly breath. I'm going to press my lower back into the floor. I'm going to squeeze my bum really tight and bring my hips up as far as I can. We don't want to overact here, so I don't want to end up driving the hips up and pushing that into my lower back. I want to keep that nice kind of neutral spine, or neutral when we're working in training, and maintaining these hips. So I'm going to fight like hell to keep my hips as steady as I can. As soon as they start to drop, that's my cue. You can check the landing foot as well, the foot that you're on actually. Check the toes not pointing out or in, and getting in a straight line. Good. If you need a rest between reps, drop the hips, take a deep breath, reset, and we're going for 6 to 8 reps here. And as we move through the move program, these will increase. So probably next time we'll go to 8 to 10, then 10 to 12. And then the idea is that you're able to do 12 of these with absolutely no movement in the hips, confidently keeping those hips nice and steady. Okay, we're going turning around now into our cat cow, using it as an opportunity to get some deep breathing, pelvic floor work. So, when we take a deep breath in, relax into the floor. Good, we relax the pelvic floor here. And then as we exhale, we draw up the pelvic floor. Squeeze the bottom, drive your shoulders up into the ceiling. If you're not sure about how you squeeze the pelvic floor, it's all about imagining you're going to the toilet and you're trying to stop pee, or you're trying to stop poo. It's the base of our core, so we should be working on it. Everybody should be working on it while they exercise and while they move, getting activated and strengthening those muscles. Okay, I'm going to do one more. Okay, so that's our 2 rounds. If you do want to do another round of that, or 2 rounds, some people are using the move program and breaking it up into sections, so they're doing a little bit one day, another bit another day, and that's absolutely fine. So carry on and press pause. But for those of you that are moving on, or well, we're all going to be moving on to complex 1, upper body, so we're going to be doing scapular push-ups and scapular dips. So scapula are those 2 big bones in our upper back, and they slide up and down the top of that rib cage. And all of those muscles in and around the scapula are the ones that actually get weak and long, especially in our society today when we're kind of hunched over on laptops and mobile phones, etc. So we have to do lots of work to try and bring them back. And just even to turn them on, right, and strengthen them. But to get them to be switched on during movement is the key. So, you're going to be in a push-up position. If, again, you struggle to take weight in a push-up position, maybe get an elevation so you're up a little bit higher. That's absolutely fine. So I could be in a press-up position here and be doing these. I could be up higher, I could be up on a kitchen counter. So there are your scapular push-ups. So the arms stay extended, and I have a nice high core, and I'm just dipping. So we just think of this movement. It's a really tiny movement through the shoulders. If we think of it as a tiny movement, we'll be more effective rather than thinking of it as a big, heavy, strong movement. We're going to do 8 to 10 reps. So carry on if you started. I'm going to do mine on the floor. Awesome. Okay. We're going to do, you're kind of going to be in your tricep dip position. So if you've got a chair, side of a sofa, whatever you've got. So the idea here is that we, again, we're thinking about that upper back, small movement. So we're going to be in a position that feels counterintuitive because we always tell you not to be. You're going to dip down so that the shoulders kind of come up here, and we're going to draw those arms up. If you can, you've got a bench that allows it, turn those fingers away so that we've got external rotation in that upper arm, and we're not driving forward through the joint. So we want up, nice and high in the chest. We can stay, keep the chest out, but just drop down the shoulders and up. And now, as soon as I turn my hands around, it just feels like a completely different exercise. Keep the chest up, but dip. And we're going for 8 to 10 reps on this as well. All of this stuff is the prerequisite stuff to doing handstands and push-ups and all sorts. So once the gym's open again, we'll be ready to hang off those bars. Okay, so we're going back to the floor or to your elevation to do your scapular press-ups. In fact, I'm going to do here a nice tight body. And we're dipping. Off you go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So as you go through the move program, this is the same thing. We'll be building, getting stronger and stronger. So maybe you started on a high elevation in session 1 or 2, and then you work that elevation down. So that's why it's really worth taking notes. I forgot to turn my hands. Taking notes every time you do this, so that you feel and you know that you're progressing, you're getting stronger over the coming weeks and months. So the way to do these is maybe to get an elevation that's a little bit lower down. And you'll notice that you'll get more range through the shoulders as well. Those movements will become bigger movements for you. Okay, scapular, third round. Into your scapular dips again, so press up position. I'm going to go back down to the bottom elevation. The floor was really hard. That elevation for me was a little bit too easy. This one feels kind of good. Just below knee height. Good. Just check those elbows. Your elbows will desperately want to bend here. The nervous system is kind of confused if it hasn't done these before. It's not used to this kind of movement. So just check in on your elbows, check in on your midline. 8 to 10 reps. Super. Last set of scapular dips. Okay, so I'm going to turn my fingers away so that I get the rotation in the upper arm and into that ball and socket joint in the shoulders. And then I dip down, keeping my chest raised. Just helps us keep good positions here. Okay, the next exercise is going to be pull-ups. So if you've got a table or something that you can pull yourself up to, that would be awesome. I'm going to get the bar rack out and I'm going to do them from there. And then we are on the floor for your second exercise in the complex, and we are doing Supermans. So loads of posterior chain work. Another thing that you could do is if you've got something solid, you see it in the demonstration video a couple of weeks ago, to like get solid, I think it was a tripod actually, and somebody put it across the top of 2 chairs and they use that to do their pull-ups. So this is 6 to 8 reps. So again, it's making it, finding the difficulty with you. You might need to raise your feet if it's not hard enough. So again, if I was on a table, I'd have my hands gripped up over the table or on top of the table. Nice, strong body. And I'm pulling up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Right, 6 is enough for me at that height. I'm going to go down into our Supermans. So, Supermans, we're going to start and we're going to work on our breath in this one as well. When we're lying on our belly, I want you just to take a couple of deep breaths down into the belly, pushing the belly into the floor. Just helps create a bit of tension in the lower back that we want for this movement. Okay, so again, there's loads of variations here. You can do one leg and one arm off the floor. And so it would look a bit like this. So one leg, one arm, and then you can swap over. You could just do legs, and you can just do arms. So if you need to build up into this Superman position, we're going to go for 2 legs, 2 arms. But again, if I'm failing and I'm losing technique, how many have I got? 6 to 8. 6 to 8 reps. If I'm failing and losing technique, then take it back a step and go down a variation, and then build back up to this full Superman. So I'm going to create a nice long spine. Pull my shoulder blades down. 2. Hold it for 2 seconds at the top, just to guarantee get that into your nervous system. My back is working really hard here, but that's okay. 6, 7. I can try and get your feet together as well. And 8. Alright, if that's pulling or you're feeling tight, just come down. Drop back into child's pose for a second, just to get that tension out of the lower back. And then we're back to our pull-up. So 2-3 rounds here. Into your pull-ups as soon as you can. Okay. Again, if you just, in terms of pulling, that's probably one of the hardest things to do when we haven't got equipment for it. So again, ordering a TRX, I keep pointing backwards. So one of these, they're not that expensive, and you can just put them in the top of your door. And do a ton of stuff with it. And then you don't need to find a table or a tripod. Okay, off we go, Superman. 1, 2. 3. Okay, I'm going to go into child's pose for a second. I get a bit of tension and lower back pain. So I'm just going to make sure, take a moment, just to stretch that out before I get to my pull-ups. Okay, last round. 6 pull-ups for me. If you can do 8, great. Here, if you need to bend your knees, you're running out of steam. So I'm going to bend my knees to give me those last 2 reps. Okay, Superman, when you're ready, 6 to 8 reps. Two seconds at the top, squeezing those feet together. Super. Okay, and then we are into complex number 3. 2 exercises. I'm going to do this round twice. And then if you want to do a 3rd round, you can do. Just pause me. So you can do the lat pull downs with a band or a down rod, brush for you, a long sleeve top, whatever you need. So we're going to go for 6 to 8 reps on these. Lying down again. We're going to go forehead on the floor, please. Okay. So I want the setup. Take the time to work on the setup because too often I see people just rolling the downward up and coming around. We need to fully extend the arms. Resting on the floor for now. Pull the shoulder blade back and down. So almost like when you're learning to do your lifting technique, you're almost breaking the bar in half. Even if you've got something soft, you can still apply that external rotation through the shoulders. And then we lift up, so we go in an L shape. So we come up, then we come down, then we come up, then we come down. So it's a controlled movement. Straight up, then 90 degrees down over our head to kind of mid-shoulder, mid-scapula, back to the floor. 6 more reps. Good. Remember that L shape, 90 degrees. So you pull those arms up, make sure they're extended. Then we bend them down. If you're doing these right, your shoulders will be aching by now. If they're not, practice that pause position here. Okay. Next one is going to be swimmers. So again, a really achy one. But I want you to imagine in your shoulder you've got a ball and socket joint. And as we do our swimmers, imagine you're going to be swimming, you're trying to get around into every nook and cranny of that ball and socket joint. Okay, so we're getting, basically, it's like your maximum rotation through the joint in your shoulders. One shoulder might feel a little bit different than the other. You might get some crunching and crackling and all the rest of it. But we want to get a full rotation in that joint. Okay? So taking your time is key here. If you need to reduce the amount of reps, that's absolutely fine. So we're going to start with our hands just behind our heads. And we lift elbows up. Good, so we got to the top of that movement here. Okay, my hands now go up and over my head. Full extension. Then I'm going to keep myself up again. I'm imagining that socket, that ball and socket joint, can't go any further with straight arms. Then I'm going to rotate. And I'm going to pull those arms up into my back. Okay, I'm going to drive the elbows up. Lifting up as far as I can in that ball and socket. Imagine the shoulder joint. Keep your head in the shoulders, trying to get maximum range on every movement. Good, I've only done it once and I'm already aching. Okay, keep it going. That's 2 reps and my shoulders are on fire already. If you feel that cracking, any little popping, not such a bad thing. You're going into a range of that joint you're probably not used to being in. I'm going to speed it up a little bit now. I've got the movement. Okay, I'm going to do one more. Cool. All right. Just for the sake of time on the video, I'm going to move on to our conditioning piece. So again, if you've got another set of those to do, please do them. But the conditioning piece is going to be 40 seconds on and 20 seconds off. So rest for 20 seconds. We're going to do 3 rounds. The first exercise is going to be step-ups. So again, you need to find yourself something you're happy stepping up on. I'm just going to go for this step for now. Back a little bit down here, so I don't chop my head off in the video. Then we're going to go for panther hold. Quite often, sorry, go back to the steps. If you take, some people have sofas where you can take the cushion off, and then the underneath bit is a little bit harder, so maybe using something like that. You can also have a higher chair, it's absolutely fine. Panther hold or 4-point beast, if you've been doing our exercise in our programs, you're well used to this now, so you're just hovering off the floor with the knees in that position for 40 seconds. Then we're down into dead bug position. Absolute key here, and we often talk about it, is this lower back leg press. So draw a box on your back, top of the box is your bra strap, down your side, bottom of the box is your pelvis. When you're lying on the floor, take a deep breath, press that box into the floor, and your job is to maintain that through this movement. So for some people, they'll go to here, and that'll be enough because they can't, that's as much tension as they can take through the floor, through the back. Okay, for some of us, we can go a little bit further. Some of us can go all the way to the floor and keep that same level of tension through the back. So it's opposite hand, opposite leg on that one, if you can. Some people it might be that I just need to take my leg down, bring my leg back up. Totally depends. Skipping, jogging on the spot, running. If you've got a garden, you can run around the garden for 40 seconds. And even if you don't have a skipping rope, you can pretend you're doing skips, which is a good one. If you've got a weak pelvic floor, it's really nice to just work this, work that movement without a skipping rope, and then you build up to eventually with a skipping rope. So that's another thing you can put on your, maybe your order list, TRX and a skipping rope. But yeah, alternatively, walking on the spot, you can do high knees, okay, just as long as it's something that raises the heart rate. And then we're down into a side plank. So we'll do 20 seconds on one side, 20 on the other. And again, your variation, be up to you. So 20 seconds with that bottom leg potentially bent, top, and then we can do one foot in front of the other as well. This is, if you're doing the full plank, this is probably the better one to do. Squeeze your bottom. Some of us are well used to this position and can maintain tension, and we're good in that position, so use that. Okay, so we're going to do 3 rounds. I'm going to get the clock on so that you can completely do this one with me and do the full workout when it suits you. Okay. Yeah. Starting with step-ups, we're going to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Off you go. Alternate. So we come down with one, back up with the other. You're squeezing your bottom at the top. Full extension, we've got 10 seconds left. Whatever you're standing on, try and get that full extension. So we're not doing half movement. Okay, 20 seconds. Rest. Good. Okay, we're into our panther hold. Panther hold or 4-point beast. It's called as well. Go this way so I can see the clock. We're going to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Up you go. Flatten out your spine, so neutral spine. Making sure shoulders are over wrists. If this is really tricky, you can come down, take a couple of seconds, and get back into it. Again, make it work for you. But for a good technique, and you're managing the movement really well, rather than go to failure in these workouts. 30 seconds. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Quads on fire. This is one where you can have music on. It's a good motivator, so if you haven't already done it, go and get yourself some music. 3, 2, into tempo. 1, off you go. "24 seconds in, 15 left." Again, now is when you're midline, your core will start to get tired. Can you still maintain that level of tension and press into the lower, into the floor? Rest. So that's about endurance of the core there, and whether we can keep up that press through the floor. Okay, we're going to go for skipping, jogging, walking for 40 seconds. Okay, off you go. My hair is a bit of a hindrance here, it's too heavy. Bobbling up and down. 5 more seconds. If you're at the end of the garden, run back. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so side planks. Getting ready to go. In 10 seconds. Okay, 3, 2, and 1. Off you go. Squeeze your bottom. Nice long spine. Where we should be feeling it is in the waist, on the side, the underneath side, I guess. So push that hip up into the ceiling. We're going to change over in 2, 1, onto the other side. Got to have a quick transition here, otherwise you lose seconds on that second side. If you know you've got a weaker side, which we did in the strength and conditioning program, we went to failure on one side, and then the other, good rest. You might have one side a little bit weaker. Always start with the weaker side. We're going to go back to our step-ups in 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Off you go. Good. I want full extension at the top. So the hips become responsible for this drive. Oh, got my legs mixed up. Sorry, take my trainers off. And rest. We're into our canter hold. In another 10 seconds. Okay, onto all fours. We're lifting the legs up, about an inch, knees up, off you go. An inch off the floor. Check you've got shoulders over the wrists. Pulling shoulder blades back and down. Good, get that tension into the core. Drop the rib cage a little bit, make that core work even harder for you. Squeeze your bum. We've got another 15 seconds here. If this is too much, come down, come back up, and join us for the last 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Okay. We're down into dead bugs next. Seconds. So remember, endurance in the core. We want the last 10 seconds to feel as good as the first 10 seconds. In other words, I'm getting pressure through the floor. I've got the box, my box pressed into the floor. This time I'm going to do 20 seconds on one side, 20 seconds on the other, because I get a bit of a click in my back when I extend, so I'm going to manage that. Okay, that's 20 seconds. Change over if you're doing the same as me, otherwise. Right, we're managing that back. The last 10 seconds, press down into the floor. It doesn't matter how far your hands or feet go. And rest. Whew, good. Skipping, jogging, walking, running for the next 40 seconds. So I'm skipping without a skipping rope for 20 and then I go into my little jog. Okay, go! Okay, we're 15 seconds in. Maybe dancing is another alternative. Here, good, okay. That's 20 seconds in. 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Okay, down into your side plank. Again, if you know you've got a weaker side for whatever reason, maybe it's a shoulder injury, do that side first. Because then you can go into your stronger side a little bit tired and still maintain technique. So we're going to go on 3, 2, 1, up we go. All right, 10 seconds in already. Press down through the forearm. Don't let that little elbow joint take all the pressure here. Pushing away from the floor. 2, 1. Quick transition as fast as you can into the other side. Now 5 seconds left. Cool, well done. Back to the start, so round 3, last round. So maybe speed it up, take the intensity up where you can. So the step ups, we can definitely take the intensity up just by speeding them up. Some of us might want to even put a few jumps in. Okay, off you go. Come on. What I mean by jumps is if you've got a long, manageable box or sofa, we can jump onto it. It should be tough. Get my feet mixed up. 10 seconds. Okay, if you've got speed, if you are running, if you are jumping, skipping, faster, faster, faster. And rest. Okay, we are into our panther hold. In 10 seconds. Let's try and hold this out. So if you have to stop a couple of times last time, maybe you have to stop twice and rest, reduce it to 1. If you did 1, try and get through the whole thing. Ready? Up we go. Range off the floor. Rather than thinking about how difficult something is, think about what else can I engage to help me out. Pulling down the shoulder blades. Dipping in that rib cage. Squeezing the bottom. Trying to get the posterior chain to take some of the movement here, rather than it all driving through my quads. We are already, we've only got 15 seconds left. Let's hold it out now for the last 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, push away from the floor, 2, Awesome. Okay, last one. Last dead bug. Remember this area is the endurance of this now into the floor. Alrighty. Ready, take a breath, press down, off you go. And again, I'm going to do the same side for my 20 seconds, and I'm going to speed it up. Maybe not go as far, get a really good squeeze in the bum. For me, that works because then I don't get that click in my back. For 3, 2, change over. 6, 7. Good, 5 seconds left. And rest, awesome. Go, okay, we're up into our last sit jog. Whatever it is. Okay, another 7 seconds. We should be sweaty, and we should be out of breath by now. If we're not, we need to go harder, harder, harder. Go! Maybe jump a little bit higher. Whatever you're doing, speed it up. Make it harder. Good. Okay, you've got 20 seconds. Now's the time to make that harder. Lift those knees higher. Jump higher. Run faster if you're outside. 10 seconds left. Go for it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. Okay, last one. Side plank while you're out of breath. Opportunity to bring the heart rate down. Go on to your non-dominant or weaker side first. And we have to do a really quick transition. Ready? In 3, 2, and 1. You're 10 seconds in. We're also going into our weaker side out of breath here, so it's going to be harder work. For 2, 1, very quick transition. Okay, last 10 seconds. Good, push the hip to the ceiling for the last 3, 2, and 1. Okay, cool. That's 15 minutes conditioning there at the end, so well done. Very, very nice. We're just going to finish up with a little cool down. Again, you want to spend longer in any of these, I'll come back to them. We're just going to extend the legs. Trying to touch the toe, can't quite get there. Cool, we're going to cat stretch, so like a cat-cow. Good, we're also doing the child's pose, so let's go into it from here, back and down, stretch out that lower back. And obliques. You go wider with your knees here, you can drop your chest, tummy to the floor. And I want you to literally concentrate for about 10 seconds and just ask your hips to open up and relax. Literally, as you, nice deep breath. On the exhale, almost like, yeah, feel like you're speaking to your hips, asking them to chill out. Get rid of the tension. You might feel on every breath you go a little bit lower, relax a little bit more into the floor. Okay, I'm just going to go for a seated trunk twist. So you're going to take one leg over the other, opposite arm to the outside of that knee, and just have a look over your shoulder. You can press that knee away from you. And again, anybody with tight tension in that lower back, this will be lovely. Our hips change over. Super. And the last one is your back massage. So giving yourself a little massage on the floor. I'm going to come onto the hard floor with this one. And I'm just going to happily roll around here for a second. Some of us can come up on a little roll that way. Roll the knees, hips. Awesome. Okay, well done. That was a full-on session. Hope you enjoyed it. That's your move session number 8 done. Strength and conditioning, book on through MindBody app this week if you can. If you need any support and help, please give us a shout. We're here. Even if things are not as straightforward on your end, they're not on our end either, so we understand. So come to us and we'll look after you and make sure that you're getting the movement in. That's the most important thing right now. Okay, take care.